What's the name for weakening something indirectly from within? Subversion. America was weakened from within. Proof exists everywhere in our reality today, where you see Americans aspire towards a form of government where they elect representatives, and those representatives go on to form an oligarchy that lawmakes with absolute power. This form of government is called a democracy. Over generations, if you can subvert Americans into becoming a democracy while they believe they're freedom fighters, if you can subvert and indoctrinate Americans into relinquishing their own First and Second Amendment rights, if you can subvert Americans into defending why borders are racist, America will become binarily divided between who wants to live in a democracy that will be borderless and who wants to live in a constitutional republic with democratic processes. Do you see why subversion is a nasty weapon? And when it's used against the society, you can almost make that society become antelope who remove their own horns. Then you can unleash lions to surround the antelope, and the antelope will defend why that's a good idea. Fast forward to America today. Subversion is our reality. Anti-American colonies reside within our union. A lesson on subversion is relevant now more than ever, because if you don't understand subversion, you can't save the country. It doesn't matter how big of a patriot you are. Subversion rocked this country. It destroyed our national unity projects. It's brought us to a place where we are aspiring towards two different republics. And so here's a question to critics. Critics who are against releasing anti-American colonies into their own union in the 21st century. What is your solution to the amount of subversion we faced as a country? You don't believe in ceding territory to your opponents and your enemies because your ancestors quoted that philosophy. But your ancestors were dealing with enemies that reside outside the union. Ours is within. So I beg the question, what is your solution? Subversion has brought us to a place where our union needs to be addressed. So I beg the question, is this something we can vote ourselves out of? Subversion is a nasty weapon, where the subjects who are subverted see men as women, dogs as cats, up as down, left as right. It becomes impossible to solve our problems because we're surrounded by subverted subjects who believe that they are freedom fighters today. To the critics of a national realignment of states, where we put those subverted colonies who want to live in a borderless democracy in their own union for the 21st century, how is separatism not the answer? We've sustained subversion at so large of a scale. We've had color revolutions thrown at us. We're surrounded by anti-American colonies that believe in assassinating those they perceive to be a threat to their democracy. What is the solution? The American mandate has to be about averting civil war. It has to become about making sure that anti-American colonies do not have jurisdiction over the rest of us. They cannot govern over the rest of us because they harm us. Americans have come too damn far to be brute and uncivilized. When we can stand on our feet and say, yeah, we need to make national divorce legal in this country. And if you don't know how that can happen, you're right. You don't know. That's why the 21st century and our circumstances call for secessionists and constitutionalists. This is a hill I'm going to stand on. What is the recourse for subversion on the scale that we've seen in the West? How are you saving the country without noting subversion's impacts? Subversion is why Americans feel like we are divided between two countries. It was orchestrated, and now we should ask ourselves, who are the conductors? So answer the question, critics. On the scale of subversion we've seen, how is separatism not the answer in this century?